Ophiuchus placements. Ophiuchus Sun, Moon, Rising, or Stellium. Let's do you a reading. If you want a private reading, the link to that is in the description box. Let's begin. Let's see, Ophiuchus. You have a hater here, Ophiuchus, that is very invested in you. You're haunting this person. With everything that they do in their life, it could be even mundane things. Somehow you are involved in that thought process. They think about you. With everything they do, they think about you. And you know, it feels like comparison. Like they could be brushing their teeth and they're thinking, I wonder how Ophiuchus brushes their teeth. Is it this way or that way? Or that way or that way? Like, obviously that's an example, but do you understand? It feels like comparison. You could be walking down the road and they're thinking, I wonder if Ophiuchus walks this way. Do they walk this way or that way? Like it's kind of an obsession, but it's not coming from a place of admiration, even though, you know, haters are secret admirers. That's how I think of them. But they can't stand the idea of admiring you publicly, even if it's not in public in the sense where other people know it. It's even with themselves. They can't stomach that idea. So they consider it hate, or they consider it as resentment or whatever else. So they're obsessed with you. Everything you do, this person's thinking, does Ophiuchus does it this way? Does Ophiuchus does it like me? It's like an obsession. It's an obsession. And you know, there is this small doses of poison that comes with every thought that they have about you. In a way, they are poisoning themselves with you. Not that you, I mean, I don't know if you are aware of this hater and you are deliberately kind of making them obsessed with you even more. Like sometimes I fuck with people like that and I kind of fuel their hate for me just to further the poisoning that they have going on within themselves. But if you are not like that, if you don't even know that this person exists, their obsession with you is turning into this poison, and it's very in small doses, but it's continuously increasing. This person is not noticing that they are actually destroying their life rather than building it. And it's funny because I'm seeing that this person is waiting for your downfall, not knowing that they are the one falling. I call it sweet justice. I don't know about you. But no one, it's like no one forced them to be this obsessed with you. No one forced them to hate you or to hate on you. No one forced them. They chose it. Now, most of the time when people are like this, they're trying to cover up something that they at least subconsciously know about themselves, to distract themselves from that and to focus on another person that is external to them. Meaning that they have something within them that is in lack. And to make up for that lack, they distract themselves with something external, whether a person, a thing, could be even a goal, to prevent themselves from addressing the lack within. And you will find that very common with insecure people. In fact, people that are very confident within themselves will never compare themselves to others because they understand the drill. They understand the work that it takes. They understand how to be in charge of their inner world. They understand for you to be able to be healthy within, you have to put in some work. Whether they know the term shadow work or not. You don't have to be spiritual to do the shadow work. But it requires awareness. It requires courage even. Because most of the time, insecure people, the reason why they are insecure is not because it's a birth defect. In most cases, it's an emotional or mental lack that they feel. So instead of addressing it and doing the shadow work that is required for you to overcome these negative aspects of you, they focus on another person, they focus on another situation, and somehow they create this distraction or create this illusion so that they can avoid looking within. You know, there is this quote, and I don't remember it word for word, but it goes in the lines of people will do anything but look at themselves, or people will do anything but face themselves. People will do anything but stare into their own soul. And it's way common than I would like to see. Because if every person focused on themselves, we would automatically have a better world to live in. But because people are trying to run away from themselves, which cannot be done, they create these external distractions to avoid. And their need for that distraction gets bigger and bigger because the body will still persist, the mind, the soul will still persist to be noticed. And so as their shadow gets bigger for it to be noticed, their distractions or their requirement of that distraction gets bigger and bigger. So in this case with you and this person, their obsession with you is getting bigger and bigger. Their poison is slowly killing them. Like when I talk about poison, it is this concept, right? But you need to also understand that this imagined concept can also influence your body in the physical sense. So let's say you are constantly thinking about something negative. Your body will still react to that until it becomes real. You know, basically how manifestation works. You imagine something so often and so well and so detailed that it will become reality at some point. So this poison that they have, that they are self-inducing, is going to actually kill them. Some people stop, you know, they realize that their obsession with someone they hate, they will realize that, oh shit, you know, I've gone to the deep end of this, I need to stop obsessing with this person, and they cut the crap. You know, they face themselves and they face the reality of things getting out of hand. But some people will not pay attention to that, and it will literally kill them. Whether they will develop some type of disease, whether mental or physical, and they will lose themselves in that. And there will be no way back. Because let me tell you, once your brain chemicals alter, it's very hard to go back to a healthy state. When people lose their head or they become so delusional. It's hard for them to go back to reality again. Or they develop a disease and it can be deadly. Or at least it can be like a wake-up call. It's like, bitch, behave. Or else. That's the outcome. So this poison is not just metaphoric, it can be literal. Okay? Depending on how far this person is willing to go with this hate that they have for you. When you hate others, you're literally destroying yourself. You are not destroying the person you hate. The hate that you feel is destroying you. It's not destroying the person you hate. I promise you that. This is why forgiveness is important. Now, even if you hate someone you are rightfully so hating for reasons they've done you dirty or whatever, even if you hate the right person, if you continue on hating them, if you develop this obsession with them, it will kill you, or at least lead towards that destination. If you don't stop, that is, it will fucking kill you. So maybe this is saying you have someone here that is killing themselves in your name. Which is kind of ironic because that's what they want to see happen in your life. You know what I mean? This person is watching you so closely, better than they watch themselves. Whether in person, on socials, they are obsessed with you, Ophiuchus. Obsessed. They are obsessed with you. Everything that you do. Like they're always thinking about you. It's so weird, but hey, people do that shit. It's such a waste because I see that this person has potential to be their own, but because they are so focused on you, they're trying to be you, or they're trying to compete with you, that is actually taking away from who they are. It's a waste of who they are. When you have like copycats, or I'm not saying that this person is a copycat, it's more like a wannabe copycat, but they can't. When you have like copycats, it is a waste of their living. Because they weren't born to be you. They were born to be themselves. And so when they become or try to become another person, it's a waste of who they are. If they were meant to be you, imagine that. If they were meant to be you, they would not exist because you already exist. Do you understand that concept? So they were born for a reason. And they are wasting that with their obsession with you. Because if they were really born to be you, to be a copy of you, copy-paste, they would not exist. There will be no need for them to exist. And so in their attempt to be you, to be focused on you, to be obsessed with you, it's a waste of their life. It's sad if you think about it, but I don't feel sad for people like this. Maybe you choose to, out of the goodness of your heart. But I truly believe that people make their own choices, whether consciously or subconsciously, but it's still their choice. And I do not feel sorry for anybody that's choosing to destroy their life, willingly or subconsciously. It's a choice they made. Okay? This person believes that you have things in your life you do not deserve. They're wishing you death, Ophiuchus. They're wishing you death. It's funny because earlier, before we pulled this death card, earlier we were talking about how this poison is going to end up killing them. It's funny because they are wishing you death, and possibly that's where they're going. Based on their energy, that's the path they're choosing. Ay, ay, ay. Oh well. That's what I would say. Oh well. Again, I don't feel sorry for people like this. I don't feel sorry for people like this. It's a choice they made. You know, this person thinks highly of themselves, like they are clever. But for you to be clever, you wouldn't be in this energy. If you were to be truly clever, you would not be in this energy, right? So the fact that this person thinks that they are clever or smarter than you, let's say, is actually idiotic. Like it's an idea that doesn't support the evidence. How can you be clever but also self-destructing? How can you be clever and also be self-destructing? So they are the type of dumbass that believes they are smarter than you, or generally probably smarter than others. The things that you have that they envy are based on the fact that they think that they are smarter than you, therefore you don't deserve what you have. They think that they should be the one that receives what you receive, whether this is a blessing of some kind or how you are favored by the universe and you could be living your life, whatever that is, and that they envy. And so this person is thinking, because I am smarter than Ophiuchus, Ophiuchus does not deserve to have the things that I lack. So they became your hater because they think you don't deserve the things you have received or receiving. Their envy of you, their obsession with you, their hate for you is going to be the end of them. I promise you that, because their energy is going there. It's like you're showing me someone that is going on a path to destroying themselves to the point where they actually physically either suffer so severely there is no way back, or end up actually ending their life. Now, when I'm talking about ending their life, I don't think this person is going to kill themselves. It's more about getting involved in situations where it will end their life. Or this poison that we talked about earlier, becoming lethal. Because remember, small doses. But those small doses will add up. And at some point, it will be lethal, life-threatening. Now maybe this person will get the hint once they get to a point in life where they actually receive some type of disease that will wake them up. It's like, hey, you better change your life, or else you're going down a road where there will be consequences, life-threatening consequences. If they choose to change their life, maybe there is hope for them to live another year, another decade, another whatever. But if they choose to insist on choosing the path that they are currently on, it's going to end up in death. Because it's funny, because that's what they're wishing you, Ophiuchus. But it seems like that's what they're manifesting for themselves. This is why I talk about how hate doesn't affect the person you hate. The hate that you feel for another person is killing you. It's not affecting the person you hate in any way. You could be thinking that you are sending them negative energy, but for you to be on a hateful consciousness, like a low state of consciousness, it's not even going to touch their neighbors. Do you know what I mean? It's not even gonna reach their door. The only way that a person can hurt another person energetically, and this is something that I experience because I can hurt others. The only way that I can actually hurt others, it's not because I hate others. It's not coming from a place of envy or hate. It's more that they have angered my good intentions. So what I mean by that, maybe I should word it differently. When I have good intentions towards someone and they betray it, or they take advantage of it, or they anger me, or they upset me, I can hurt them because my intentions were never to hurt them, but they abused it. That is the only time that actually negativity can show up in another person's life. Because if you hurt a good person in any way, even if you did it unintentionally, but most of the time I do catch people doing things intentionally, I can hurt them. As easily as me feeling like, just that tiny, that can kill a bitch. No joke. So I try to be mindful about my anger, about how I see the ugliness in people. But, bitch, if you are a shitty person and you think sending negative energy towards someone you hate will work, it only works if you are actually a good person. If you are good intentioned, good person, your heart is pure, you are someone that doesn't want to see suffering. If you hurt that person and they get angry, you are in fact in danger. Especially if they have ancestors that don't fuck about. So there is a difference, like sometimes people think a shitty person is sending them negative energy thinking that they are in danger. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about people that are shitty people. And you're worried about their hate towards you. Maybe it's not hurting anybody but themselves. But if you truly believe that the person that is sending you negative vibes or sending you negative energy is initially a good person, and somehow you fucked it up, you should immediately apologize, make it right. Because that can affect you. Because if you are a good person, you have to be on a high vibration. If you are on a high vibration, even if you're not spiritual, you can hurt others. You can hurt others. It's kind of like if you imagine it as a ranking, if you are high vibration, you can affect what's lower than you. But if you are lower, you can't affect the above. Do you understand? So when low vibration people try to affect someone that is high vibration, it's not going to reach. But if a high vibration, they can reach the lower. Okay? You have to match frequencies. And for a shitty person to elevate their vibration, they're going to have to turn into a good person first. So haters, pieces of shit, low vibrational, low life is what I call them, will never hurt you. The only thing that they're doing is hurting themselves. This is why most of the time, whatever they send good people, it goes back to them. But let me just say this. It never left them. It doesn't go back to them. It never left them. It's not going to reach you, especially if you are of high vibration. When I say high vibration, it's not that complicated. It just means you are a good person. When I say good, I mean pure intentioned good person. I'm not talking about you doing mistakes, making mistakes, because everybody does that. But if you are good-natured, you have integrity, you have a good heart, you are high vibration automatically. These pieces of shit will never reach you. I promise you that. The only thing they're hurting is themselves. Okay? Okay? Alright, well, that was your first message, Ophiuchus. The second message is for Ophiuchus extended members, but I'll give you a preview before we take you there. After this vape break. Alright, let's see. That was quick. Okay. You have a Pisces here that is thinking heavily about you. Now, I don't know what your relation is to this person, but they don't like the fact that you are living your best life while they are suffering. Now, it could be another hater, but let's just keep it general and say whatever your connection to this person, especially if it was romantic, they feel like it's not fair that you've moved on and they are still not over you. Whether it's a friend or an ex-friend possibly, or someone you disconnected from, or it could be family, friend, ex-lover, where they are perceiving your decision to leave them behind is making them feel like you are selfish, or that you only care about yourself. Because it seems like this person is not over you, is not doing well without you. And you seem to be doing well without them. Let's see where this goes in the extended. The extended link is in the description box. I'll see you there.